Good morning, YouTube. Fort Knox Corsos back at you with another day in the life. Here we are on another beautiful Friday, capturing the morning routine with two 1-year-old Connie Corsos. The blue brindle seen here is the female. She goes by the name of Freya. She is the clinger of the family while also being the most outgoing to people, as she desires constant attention and love in the form of chin scratching. The black gentleman seen is Odin, and while he also wants affection, he usually only wants his belly rubbed by members of the immediate family. He can be kind of wary of strangers, so due to his size, we handle his socialization with a little bit more care. Every morning like clockwork, Odin will electric slide his way over to my side of the bed and karate chop me in the face with his Andre the Giant paws, and then initialize his whelping routine until we agree to get up and take him out for his morning walk. Some of you may have seen this routine on some of my other YouTube videos, but Freya tends to just sit quietly out of the picture, as I guess he narrates for the both of them. Prior to my departure, we usually strap on their electric collars that is equipped with 3 modes, and this assists us with the recall. Unfortunately today, like an idiot, I forgot the remote. Luckily, due to our training routine, my voice as the pack leader was enough to direct them, because on this day, there was almost an incident where an old lady happened to be walking her hamster off leash. In fear, she had ran over to investigate. I was able to capture it all on camera, and you see that here shortly. However, in the meantime, in between time, just a few statistics about the Corso. This is a large breed dog. Both seen here are 100 plus. Freya is weighing in at around 110 pounds, with Odin approaching the 125 pound mark, which is on par for the American standard. It is much larger than the traditional Corso, where the males historically, they cap off at about 100. The largest Corso I have seen in this area is 186 pounds, so they can be bred to get very large. They could be monsters. But anyone not familiar with the breed should understand that they are very smart, trainable, and very assertive. Some more than others, as Odin, my male, he does not give up much ground when he approaches an obstacle, while Freya, she can be a little timid and less sure of herself in some situations. But overall, the Connie Corso is a peerless protector. Here we are commuting in the Corso mobile to the morning site, which is about a mile from our residence, where we'll walk anywhere from 2.5 miles. And when I pull up, you'll see this elderly woman walking with her small dog off leash towards the field. And as I open the door and I let my dogs out, that dog catches Freya's eye and she begins to beeline directly towards that dog. However, I initiate a recall and she responds immediately and appropriately. Now, her intentions were not aggressive. She was just simply going over to smell the dog's butt, probably hoping to play. However, the optics can look bad when you are walking your small little hamster and you see this large dog running towards you and your cat-like figure. So I was really happy that she responded correctly. The owner was actually a little shocked. Even though she sees me every day around this time, it's usually at a much further distance away. Even on leash with my injured leg, it could be difficult for me as a grown man to hold both of them back at the same time. So discipline is key with one of these dogs, let alone two. And as you can see, they have fairly large heads, alert expressions, and underneath some of this flab, especially on Odin, they have pretty big muscles. You can feel it when they rub up against you when they're playing. It's directly up underneath their short, stiff coats. They don't shed much. Odin does have some seasonal allergies. He can shed a fair amount in the warmer months. Freya's shedding is barely noticeable. I do both. I bathe both of them at least once a week, sometimes more depending on how dirty they get during our adventures. They actually got one following this walk because they decided they wanted to go swimming. But I also try to brush them daily with this comb that is called the Furminator. You may have seen it if you own a pet at your local pet store. But at a glance, the Corso can appear to be intimidating creatures, which makes their imposing appearance the first line of defense against intruders. And one of the reasons I was attracted to the breed so much. I really didn't want a dog that was hyper aggressive going after everything if the situation did not call for it. But I did want to give possible intruders or anyone meaning to cause my family harm a moment of pause, never forgetting the fact that they are very capable and can be effective in the right hands. They also assist me with getting over some of my social anxieties I picked up over the course of my military career. Corsos, they have a cool competence. It's like the kind of demeanor that you would expect from a professional bodyguard, and they come with it straight out of the box. This is known to be a trademark of the breed. They are super loyal, eager to please, versatile. Despite the larger size, they are actually classified as a working breed. they need to be worked. So if you don't have the time to give them proper amount of time, you will probably have a ticking time bomb on your hands. That's a lot of times. But I've seen many dogs get destructive when exercise is not properly given. And it's not that they are a bad dog. It's just that they're not being exercised properly. And when you got these Corsos and the amount of power that they could come with, that damage can get really extensive. But the number one rule is a tired dog is a happy dog. And the routine that my dogs are on keeps them pretty happy. So we are able to leave our dogs alone in the house to roam and still be secure in the fact that they won't get into a lot of trouble. Again, the combination of their size, intelligence, and assertiveness for a novice owner, the Corso can end up owning space that was meant for the owner by assuming that it is a pack leader. So there is a learning curve when it comes to the breed and avoiding disasters. As with any other big guardian dog, responsible breeding and early socialization with people and other dogs is vital. We typically visit a dog park probably 3 to 5 times a week, and we frequent many stores and parks with both of our dogs, attempting to maximize the socialization opportunities as much as we can. Recently, I kind of cut back a little on the larger dog parks because my male, he's been getting challenged a lot by other dogs for one reason or another. He doesn't back down as much as he did when he was much younger and smaller. Taking that into account along with the traits of some of these other owners who are unable to handle their own dogs, especially when it comes to mounting, it just helped me come to that decision. Neither Odin or Freya have the patience for overly aggressive dogs it's like they used to, and because of their size, it can appear as if my dogs are the aggressors. So also, when one of them gets into a skirmish, they both jump in, coming from multiple directions, and that could be a little tricky and overwhelming. And then the other dog usually does not want to back down. These other dogs, every dog in a dog park thinks that they got the biggest nut. So if you have a dog, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Injuries can happen quick, so I have been frequenting less busy places for the time being in order to run them through drills with less distractions, understanding that they are still puppies. The average life expectancy of a Cane Corso is about 10 to 12 years. The health concerns that they have are the same ones you associate with other large breeds, such as hip dysplasia. You have some gastric disorders, and I think it's something called ectopion. It's basically cherry eye that can result in surgery, either having that third eyelid sutured back or removed in some cases. My Corsos are on a raw diet. However, I do supplement some dry food whenever their stools appear to be deficient in some areas. I can do probably an entire web series on raw feeding, but in the essence of time, I would just say I prefer the results that I get from raw feeding. But if anyone has any type of questions on that, you can feel free to DM me, because I have tons of books that I've read and just trial and error, paying attention to what's going into my dog and what's coming out of them ultimately. But just to wrap up this video, if anyone in the DMV area is looking for any extra information on the breed or trying to lock down a breeder, feel free to DM me. And until next time, remember to exercise your right. It's the only right that matters. That's the right to bear dog.
I don't even follow you, say no be today. I did even follow you like say I be Bambiana. Sure I roll, no. No be so, I'm a mommy, no. Make you take it slowly, oh, slowly. Slowly, oh, slowly. The way you do me, no good. Slowly, oh, slowly, baby. Slowly, oh, slowly.